So in 1975, I was in Standard 9, and I was in the Afrikaans class where I wasn't really the best scholar, and I was often asked to go and see the headmaster because I didn't do my homework or whatever. Didn't put in the assignment, and I got this call in the middle of the lesson, you need to go and see the headmaster. Standard 9, 1975, 50 years ago. But I had a good relationship with him. He was our German teacher, and he sometimes coached our cricket side. And hello, Ronald, sit down. I'm thinking, okay, that's a good start. There's no cane in his hand.
Yet.
And he's not looking gruff.
Yet.
And he says, you want some tea, biscuits? And I'm going, no, thanks. So he goes, all right, let's get straight to it. I'm not going to make you a prefect. And I said, no, thanks, that's great. I don't want to be one because my father says that's legalized bullying. And he goes, oh, that's interesting. I'll think about that.
Okay.
Anyway, while we're here is, I don't want you to be a prefect. What I do want is I want you to be the president of the Intact Club for next year, which would have been 1976.
Wow.
You know what happened in 1976 in this country.
Yes, I do, yes.
And I said, that's an absolute honor, and thank you very much. And he said, no, sit down, we'll finish with you. Sure you don't want tea and you want some biscuits? I said, no, that's fine. Let me tell you how this is going to work. You've been in the clubs in Standard 8 and Standard 9, and are you the best person? This is going to be the most important position I will appoint this year for next year. He says, forget about the prefects and all those other things. But one thing you need to know, the left hand doesn't need to know what the right hand's doing. I looked at him and I said, I actually don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's strange.
He said, the principle of that goes back in all the texts, and he said, basically, when we have the big Monday assembly,
All right.
at school. We will be talking about events, we'll be talking about goods and bads, we're talking about all the sports teams and how they've won stuff and how they've achieved or they've lost. And we'll talk about events to come on and all the other things. And the choir says, but we will not talk about the Intact Club.
Okay.
And I didn't speak at this point because I'm kind of going along with the story.
Yeah.
He says, because when you're in service, you do it because it needs to be done.
Wow.
You will not be accoladed.
Right.
We're not going to mention it. The people who come to your club, I know you're about 60 strong, and you do understand that Plumstead High School is the second oldest Intact club in the world. And it's the oldest in the Southern Hemisphere, so we've got great tradition, and you need to manage this and lead this team. So at age 17, I actually had the title of president. I've gone backwards since.
You were president. What happened?
No, I'm just saying, that's a title, you know.
Yes.
Then you go into work and you're a junior manager. And I said, oh, don't make me junior manager, I'm already president.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we'd work closely with the Rotary clubs and so on and so forth. And he said, you're never going to be mentioned anywhere, anytime, because that club needs to do the work, because that's what service is all about.